All right, hello and welcome back to one of our nitric oxide release basics training sessions. This is a basics class. We are going to utilize a chair today for some seated exercises. So I recommend making sure you have a chair around. If you're using your B3 bands, we've just added air and we're going to go ahead and get rolling. So when you're ready, go ahead and join me standing. All right, so just a short little warm up this morning. We're going to start with some hip circles. Stand nice and tall, draw the belly in, and just get a little release and relaxation through the hips. Circling around 3 to 5 times one direction, and then when you're ready, go ahead and switch directions, circling the hips the other way. Perfect. All right, from there, we're going to start going into a glute march. So all I mean by that, you're going to bend the knee, pulling your heel up underneath you. So instead of driving your knees up, you're going to pull the heels up underneath. So when you're ready, go ahead and join me. Pulling the heels up underneath. And you want to hear that once more intense. This is our basics class. We could always jog in place, kind of more of like a heel kicker or a butt kicker exercise. Excellent. After we finish this, we're going to sit down in the chair for some leg extensions. Another 10 seconds here. Altering the arms with the legs, lifting up to the midline, staying nice and tight. Good. Trying to get those hamstrings to activate a bit more. When you're ready, sit on down. As you come to seated, sit up nice and tall, right up on those sit bones. We're going to be doing our single leg extension. So draw the belly in. You can hold on to the side of the chair. Then when you're ready, let's start with your left leg. Pick the foot off the ground and extend that leg straight out. Bend the knee and extend. We're going to go about 30 seconds here, and then we'll switch legs. So extend and bend. We're going to get that quad to fire, top of your thigh. Breathe. Good. Pause at the top. We're just kind of up and down. I find I get a little bit more activation with a pause, drawing the toes back towards me. 1 or 2 more. And when you're ready, same thing other side. Set your left leg down, pick up the other, and here we go. Extend and bend. Drawing that midline in. Watch so you don't get sloppy in your seated position. So tall chest. This is a great exercise as well if you ever feel stiff in your knees, especially those of you that maybe it doesn't work to do a lot of squatting. You can work on these leg extensions to get some movement, get some fluid through those joints. So bend the knee and extend. Couple more. Getting ready for a sit stand next. 1 more. And set that foot down. Sit up nice and tall. Push through your feet. Reach on out and come on up to standing. Sitting the hips back. Just lightly touch your chair and pulling tall. So just lightly touch, standing tall. Nice. Drawing that belly in as you sit back. Arms reach out. Keep your chest nice and tall. Breathe in as you sit down. Breathe out as you stand up. Nice. 10 seconds. Push your knees out, staying back into your heels. Last one. And transition. If you have a nice light weight around, we're going to do some front raises next. Draw the belly in, holding onto the weight or hands at the side. When you're ready, up and down. Straight in front. Chin in. Now I'm still firing my lower body, pulling that belly in, up and down with the arms. Good. Once you start to feel warmer and warmer, you'll have to move just a little bit faster. So I draw it up, lower it down, about 10 seconds left. Good. We're going to go either to a step and jump jack or our index arm circles with that index finger. Is last one on the front raise and set it down. Good job. So taking your index fingers in front of the body, we want to focus on those rapid circular patterns. Good. If you feel coordinated with the legs, you can add those legs. Stepping back and forth, or anyone that feels comfortable with jumping, you can do a traditional jump jack here. Good. 20 seconds left. It's our last exercise of the circuit. Then we're going to go through it one more time, starting back with those glute bridges, not bridges, but our march. Nice, 10 seconds. Breathe. 2, 1, and shake it out. Good job. Give those arms a break from that overhead position. Standing up nice and tall, draw everything in. And then when you're ready, we're going to go right back to the top. Drawing up through the heels, looking to activate the back of the body, back of the thigh more than the top. Good. Again, if anybody wanted to like jog in place, got some people from different sessions on today, so make adjustments as you need. Otherwise, hips level, chest tall. Nice for them, Diane. And 3, 2, 1, we're headed back to the chair. Sitting up nice and tall as you come down to seated. Second round of our leg extensions. Starting with your left leg, shoulders back. Keep that foot off the ground. Here we go. Out and in. Good. All on one side. So work on that upper body posture here as well. Lift through your chest. Draw your shoulders back. Breathe through that burn. Anytime you need a rest, you can put that foot down just under 10 seconds. There you go. 2, 1, and transition sides. Other side. Still sitting tall and moving right into that other leg. Bend and extend. Nice. Activating through that ankle, meaning I'm pulling the toes back towards my face as I extend that knee. Good. Halfway on this side. We're going to our sit and stand next. Coming in and out of the chair. A couple more on these leg extensions. And 2, 1, and transition. All right, set those feet down. Make a good position here. And then as soon as you're ready, standing tall. As you sit back, just lightly touch the chair. Try not to sit all the way down. Push your knees out. Keep your chest up. So find a spot straight ahead to focus on. Nice. So Diane, try not to sit all the way back. Just see if you can lightly touch and then come up from there. There you go, Christina. As soon as you're down, you're back up. 10 seconds. We've got our front raises coming up next. So getting ready to pick up those dumbbells if you choose. And transition. Without the weights, you can use the arms by themselves. Push back and draw up. So when you're ready, switch into those front raises. Without weights, I just am intentional with my upper body. Push back, raise up. Push back, raise up. You can start to get a little bit more rapid fire there. The whole time, I have just soft bend those knees, midline drawn in. Couple more. Beautiful. All right, arm circles next. Option of the legs or the jump jack. Beautiful, last exercise in this series. We have one more series after this. Awesome job, good. Try to smile as you move. Beautiful, couple more. 2, 1, and shake it out. Beautiful. Let's grab a sip of water. And do a couple of stretches and then we back for our second circuit. We're going to have some bicep curls as well as some tricep kickbacks coming up. So some light dumbbells are ideal for this. But first, let's get a little upper body stretch. So we're going to stand tall, stagger stance, tricep side bend. Your left leg stays forward. Step your right leg back. Draw the belly in and raise your right arm straight up in the air. Bending at that elbow. So we get like a combo stretch here. We get to open up the hips, sending that back hip forward, and then we reach around and pull that elbow back. You get a nice tricep stretch at the same time. Eyes up, chest tall. Breathe, squeeze that glute, and you can lightly bend towards that front leg if you want to add a little bit more to that stretch. 2, 1, and shake it out. Good job. Switch sides. Anchor down your right leg. Step back that left leg. Midline nice and strong as you raise your left arm up. Bending the elbow. And then same idea here. We want to get that hip shift. Opening the front of this hip and then opening that upper body. Squeeze the glute. Breathe. Option of bending towards that front leg. And 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. All right, let's go a little side step arm swing. And our next circuit is going to start with our tricep extension. So I'm going to show you that exercise before we jump into it. I got a nice light weight here. Similar to how we do a lot of our dumbbell rows, you can either support on the hand or the forearm. You're going to pull that elbow up and then extend the elbow back. And I'm going to keep the arm up on my torso. It's going to be back and forward. If you want a little extra challenge, you can turn your palm up towards the ceiling as you extend back. So we're all going to do it together here in about 10 seconds. I just wanted to show that movement first. So shake it out if you already started. Then get ready to come into position. And 2, 1, here we go. So arm stays up, kind of anchor it into the side of the body, and then you're simply moving at the elbow. Bend the elbow, curl it in a little bit, and extend. Nice. Once you know the movement, pull that chin in. See if you can focus on your front foot. Good. Less than 10 seconds. Bend and extend, bend, and out. Beautiful. Turn it around. Same thing on the other side. So you're going to switch which leg is forward. Opposite leg holding the arm is the leg that steps forward. Draw that elbow up so you keep that arm against your torso. And then as soon as you're ready, kick it back. Bend at the elbow, extend. The option to rotate that palm up towards the ceiling. Good. In and back. Bend it in, extend it back. Good job. Keep an eye on the position of your midline. Should feel like you're pulling your belly button in towards your spine. Good. A little bit more bending at the elbow, Diane. So you kind of curl that arm up towards the shoulder and then back. Last one, and rest. All right. If you have 2 dumbbells, we're going to go bicep curls next. You can hold 1 in each hand, or you can hold 1 by each end. On those bicep curls, you want to not wing the elbows out. So anchor those elbows into the side. And then as soon as you're ready, here we go. Curling them up and in. Squeeze the glutes. Nice. So maintain just a soft bend in the knees. Make sure I'm not locking out my lower body. Up and down. Good, Christina. Yep. All the way into the shoulders as far as you can. Flex those elbows, flex those biceps, and then all the way out. Couple more. And rest. Nice job. We're going to give our focus back to our lower body now, doing a standing hamstring curl. I'm going to stand with my upper body supported on my chair. It's similar to that march we did, but now it's going to be all on one leg. Bending at the knee and extend. So stand tall, toes forward, and when you're ready, bend and extend. Good. Up and down. I'm just lightly supporting through my arms. Midline draws in. Breathe out as you curl up. Nice. Up and down. I'm just lightly touching my toe to the floor. If I wanted, I could just keep it off the whole time. That's the way, Diane. Yep, just bending and extending. Couple more. And switch. Set that leg down. Same thing, other side. Lift everything up. Squeeze the shoulders back. And then when you're ready, opposite leg. You want to feel the back of your thigh flex. So you want to feel that hamstring firing. Sometimes there's that tendency to arch the low back. So we focus on keeping that midline activated. Wonderful. Less than 10 seconds. Stay level through your hips. Chest nice and tall. And last one. Beautiful. Shake it out. Now on this exercise here, you can rest or you can just lightly bounce. My toes are not coming off the ground. I've got the balls of my feet in contact with the ground, and I'm just lightly bouncing up and down. Good. The whole focus here is to kind of shake up our body, shake up that lymphatic system, clear out the toxins. Good. Shouldn't feel jarring to your body, just nice light bounce. 3, 2, 1, and take a pause. All right, that's the end of that circuit. We're going to go back to the top with that tricep extension. Starting here in about 15 seconds. Feel free to grab a sip of water. Back to your light dumbbells. You're holding it in your right hand, left foot forward. 2, 1. Here we go. So remember, elbow up, anchor that arm into your torso. And then we're flexing the elbow and extending. There you go, Amy. Yep, keep it high. So try not to reach towards the ground. So we're not reaching down, we're just bending it in towards the shoulder and then back. In and straight back. Trying to hold that upper arm there the whole time. 2, 1, and transition sides. Coming on up, spinning it around. Hey, Amy, watch real quick. So Amy, you're reaching and then up and back. I want to keep it up and back the whole time. So 2, 1, here we go. The very first rep, I do a dumbbell row. And then from there, it's all through the elbow. Extending back, bending in. You got it, Diane. Good, Christina. Nice. And then I'm not the best example of my head. I'm looking at you all here that are here live, but ideally you want your head to be square to your shoulders, looking straight down at that front foot. Good. A couple more. Bicep curls are next. And transition. Coming back to standing. One weight in each hand or one weight by each dumbbell. Pull those elbows in. Standing tall, and then as soon as you're ready, you'll start those curls. Good. Up and down. Nice. Squeeze the back side of your body. Draw that belly in, making that soft bend of your knees just nice and consistent. Awesome. Halfway. Breathe through the burn. We're going to our lower body next. So stay focused here. A couple more reps on the upper body. And transition. All right, back to our standing leg curls. So I'm going to come behind my chair. Really think about lifting up out of your hips. Just nice and relaxed with the arms. And 2, 1, here we go. All on one leg. Pulling your heel to the back side of your body. Nice. Lifting up through the chest. There you go. 10 seconds left. Watch so you don't start to hinge out or hitch your hip out. So you want to keep that hip nice and level. Sometimes that support leg will start to get fatigued. All right, we're ready to switch sides. Still standing tall. And then same thing, opposite leg. Watching from the front, that thigh should stay square. Sometimes there'll be that tendency for it to rotate away. Just gotta check in with yourself. On the side, or bending and extending. Bend and extend. Just lightly touch down. Good. Little isolation work for us today. Less than 10 seconds. And 2, 1, and resting there. Good job. You can still hold on. We're going to go into that little bounce next. You got some good music playing on your end. Feel free to dance. If you feel strong in your bounce, you can raise those arms up to overhead. Get a little bit more circulation. Good. Smile. You don't have to be so serious about our movement. All right, fantastic. We're gonna go one more time through that, everyone. Going back to our triceps. We're gonna get 3 rounds in on this one. And then we'll have our cool down stretch. All right, so back to your dumbbell. Soft bend those knees, draw the belly in. I'm gonna show supporting on the chair this time. So as I reach forward, once again, we're gonna pull that elbow high. And then from there, when you're ready, the kickback. We kick it back, turn the palm to the ceiling, and then bend it forward. So notice my upper arm doesn't have much movement at all. There you go. So instead of reaching forward, just bend and extend. Good. Focus your gaze either towards that front hand or the front foot if you're in that stagger stance. Last one. And switching sides. Switch the feet or just switch the arms. Go to the stagger stance this time. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Elbow high. And then extending from there. Bend, extend. Nice. Bend it in, extend it back. Beautiful. Chin in, looking straight down and forward. Breathe. Breathe in as I curl the elbow in. Breathe out as I extend it out. Squeeze that tricep. Almost there. 2, 1, and transition. Good job. Going back to that bicep curl. Holding that weight on each side or on each hand, whenever you're ready. Curl, extend. So sometimes if I have a little bit heavier weight, but not 2 of each, I'm just holding the 1 dumbbell, 1 hand on each end of that weight. Nice work. 15 seconds. Woo. Let's get 2 more reps. And our final transition. Good job. We've got the hamstring curls, and we're going to let the air out of the bands. So stand tall, draw that belly in, slightly support. 2, 1, and here we go with the curls. Heel up and down, lifting through the hip. Nice. To add more resistance to this, if anyone has ankle weights around, if you're ever doing these leg curls, you want to be a little harder, you could put like a 2.5 or a 5-pound ankle weight along your foot, and that will give your hamstring something else to pull up against, to flex against, a little bit more challenge. Get ready to switch sides. Same thing, other leg. And here we go, 30 seconds on this other side, up and down. Nice. Tall chest, eyes up. Fantastic. Halfway there. See if you can look straight forward now. Awesome work. Still drawing that midline in. And 2, 1, and rest. All right, if you're wearing those bands, go ahead and release that air. All right, we haven't forgot about our little lymphatic flush. So we'll take 30 seconds to release that air to kind of bounce your body around. Once again, the balls of my feet are still in contact with the ground. And ever so slightly, I'm just bouncing through my heels. Our lymphatic system depends upon us moving our body so it can clear out those toxins. 10 seconds left. Good. Once again, if you want to raise those arms in the air. Smile. Woo! 3, 2, 1, and everybody rest there. All right, beautiful job. Let's grab a drink, and then we're going to stretch. We're going to challenge our balance, if you choose, a little bit for our first stretch on the cool down. Be our quad stretch. So standing up nice and tall, draw the belly in, hold on as needed. Looking to grab that foot, pull the heel towards your glute. Draw the shoulders back. Keeping the hips nice and level. Another 10 seconds. You can't quite get your foot today, don't worry about it. Just do the best you can. When you're ready, set that foot down. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Balance as needed. Hold on. Grab that opposite foot. We get really tight in our quads and our hip flexors when we sit a lot during the day. So this quad stretch is great to help keep our knee range of motion and also our hip range of motion. Keep those muscles long so that we can avoid that pain and that stiffness feeling. And release that side there. Good job. From here, draw the midline in, walk your feet outside the hips. Kind of come into a forward hinge position. Send the feet back and go ahead and place your hands just on top of the knees on the bottom of the thighs. From here, with straight arms and a tall chest, you're going to take your right hand, push it into the right knee as you turn and look over your left shoulder. Breathe in as you come back to center, and then gently exhale as you go the same thing the other direction. Let's go about 3 times on each side. Breathe in as you come to center. Breathe out as you move into that rotation. Using it for some gentle rotation through the spine and also an opening for those inner thighs. All right, after you finish about 3 times on each, go ahead and come on back to standing. We're going to revisit those hip circles, but this time we're going to think about trying to trace the figure 8. So find your belly button, and now just imagine if you're trying to trace the figure 8 with your hips. There you go. Don't try to make it perfect. Just move through the hips. Give a little relief to that low back. Fantastic. And now try to imagine we're going to try to trace that figure 8 the other way. Awesome. All right, once you finish that, go ahead and meet me in the chair. A couple more stretches to finish out. All right, we're going to revisit that tricep stretch that we did from standing earlier, but now we're going to do it from seated to give a little bit more focus. So sit up nice and tall, draw the midline in. Let's start with your right hand. Raise it straight up, draw that chin in, bend the elbow like you're trying to scratch your back, and then reach around. We don't want to lose that upper body posture, so really fight to stay tall here. Chin in, pull that elbow back, and now that option of bending to the side. Nice long stretch to the side. Breathe in as you come back up to that seated position, and then a gentle exhale as you take it over to the side. Go ahead, one more. Breathe in, bending to the side. And if you feel solid here, you can add a little gentle rotation where you think about trying to look up to the ceiling past your right elbow. So gazing up, one more breath, and unwind from there. Beautiful. Relax those arms down. In between sides, let's give a little love to the upper neck and shoulders. So we're going to first roll the shoulders up and back, up and down, into the ears, and then down and out of the ears. So I'm really trying to train those shoulders to sit back. Very good. And then a couple circles of the head, chin down towards the chest. Lightly rotate around 2 to 3 times in this direction. Good. And then when you're ready, gently circle the other way. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about your left arm and that tricep. Good. Once you finish those neck circles, then we'll finish with that left arm. Raising that arm straight up in the air. Sitting as tall as you can up out of your sit bones. Bend that elbow, reaching behind you. Chin in as you reach around. Pull that elbow back. And then as able here, a nice gentle bend to the side, lengthening through that side body. Breathe in, coming back to that tall seated position, and a gentle exhale, bending to the side. Breathing in on this third one, we'll give the option of that rotation as well. So we bend to the side, lateral flexion, and then if you rotate, you gently peer up past that left elbow, looking up towards the ceiling or sky if you get to be outside today. Unwind from there, and then shake out those arms. Beautiful job. All right, finishing stretch here is going to be our seated toe touch. So sit tall, draw the belly in, hands on the knees, chin to the chest, and just ever so gently slide on down, reaching for your ankles or as far as your body is comfortable to reach. Once you get in that bottom position, 2 to 3 nice deep breaths, trying to send your air into the back side of your rib cage. Expand those ribs as you breathe in, and then as you breathe out, see if your body wants to fall a little bit more forward. Big breath in, and smooth breath out. On that next inhale, make your way back up to seated. All right, friends, our finishing breaths today, as you breathe in, you're going to elevate those shoulders up and into the ears, turn your palms forward, and then as you breathe out, send them back and down, broad chest. Twice more, breathing in, breathing out. Let go of any stress, worry you've had going on in your day. Last one, breathe in peace and love. Breathe out all the worry, stress, frustration. All right, just have a little round of applause. Thanks for being here and moving with us today. We'll be back here live on Thursday. In the meantime, stay hydrated and remember to enjoy life.